Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan has said that Russia is ready for a third round of talks in Istanbul and that Turkey is now waiting a response from Ukraine. Fidan, speaking after the BRICS summit in Brazil, added that Turkey is also prepared to host a leaders' meeting on Ukraine. He noted that the previous 2 hours of talks were successful in facilitating a record exchange of prisoners and the bodies of fallen soldiers, with both sides satisfied on the humanitarian front. According to Fidan, discussions continue on whether a ceasefire should be arranged through a summit or through talks. Now we are joined by guest Professor Veselin Popovski. He's a professor and vice dean at Jindal Global Law School from South Africa. Thank you, Professor, for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World. Now, South Korea has said that, Now, Turkey has said that Russia is ready for talks. Do you think that these round of talks are going to have a breakthrough this time, finally?
Well, we all hope so, although with certain doubt and skepticism. The previous 2 rounds in Istanbul produced exchange of prisoners of war. I will say a small step, but still good for the families of those who return back home. Although returning prisoners of war is really a minimal achievement. In any wars, any belligerents did that. The worst enemy is always exchange prisoners of war. So it's not a very much, if the third round expected next week turns also into just that, just returning prisoners of war, I would be disappointed, but the expectation is the talks will go further into possible ceasefire. And for that matter, if that happens, if a ceasefire is achieved, which did not happen for the last now 5 months since Donald Trump is president, I would say the expectation for ceasefire brings the attention to the third round of negotiation in Istanbul. And both Turkey makes a lot of this, and, you know, that they would like to be seen as mediators and negotiators and facilitators for possible ceasefire, but also Russia and Ukraine would like to be seen, mostly by Trump administration, as cooperative parties. So all three, Russia, Ukraine, and Turkey, have certain interest in continuation of the talks, but so far we haven't seen any ceasefire. On the opposite, we see massive bombardment of civilians by Russia in Ukrainian cities, and that doesn't show any novelty, any new ideas in Kremlin. So I remain skeptical. I don't think Russia will accept unconditional ceasefire, as Ukraine already accepted long time ago.
And Professor, building on your answer, what is the interest here for Turkey? Why is Turkey so eager to be involved in these peace talks?
Yes, good question. Turkey would like to be seen as a global power. It's also geographically, let's say, easy for both Ukrainians and Russia to take a flight over the Black Sea. It's very close distance to Istanbul. And Turkey keeps a sort of dialogue with both sides over the last 3.5 years. At certain point, Turkey also supported Ukraine. It is always emphasizing the territorial sovereignty and political independence of member states. But on the other hand, it keeps its channel of dialogue open also with Moscow. So Turkey would like to be seen as a mediator, as a facilitator of a dialogue, which brings Turkey also among those states that raise their position in the future global governance. And I think Turkey is experienced in such a format of dialogue. So I will welcome the continuation of the efforts of Turkey to do that.
Thank you very much, Professor Popovsky, for